Happy Monday. This portion of the program brought to you by NCA National Certified Alarms on long-term contracts. License number 645. A lot of you chiming in about last hour talking about the Japanese workers. Ken, everybody's for it.
Yeah.
So wait, you're going to pay me to stare out a window?
I can do that most of the time when I'm working anyway.
So I take my phone with me?
Like, if I could take my phone and work on my farm town, absolutely.
How big's your farm town?
I haven't checked in a while. Last time I checked, everything had died in it, except for the pigs and the chickens. They were still running around.
The pigs and the chickens were fine.
Yeah, they were fine, but the crops died. And that's where you make your money.
That is where you make your money.
In farm town.
I have never played farm town. I'm always fascinated. My uncle, who's a big video game designer, for those of you guys, we have a business together. My uncle was employee number 6, I think, at Blizzard. So World of Warcraft, Diablo.
Ooh.
Like Diablo is his baby, Ethereal, the thing with no face. He drew that when he was like 12 years old. His favorite game he plays is this game. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, don't ask. He's playing like Sally's Beauty Salon, where he has beauty salons all over the globe. Dude, I have like 160 of these beauty salons all over the globe. It's just it's so bizarre, the games.
You ever had people approach you on those games, like try to get you to connect with them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah,
no.
it's like, no.
Weird.
Leave
You're weird.
Leave me alone.
You're weird. We're going to bomb you, so it doesn't matter. But
I've got to get to my corn.
What did you grow? What was your crop?
Well, I figured out I went with the most expensive, that I could get a lot of money off of. And from what I remember, cotton was, you could get a lot of money for that, but it died too soon. And I would always forget to go back and, harvest it. And then I just got too busy altogether and
just moved to Japan. Problem solved.
Exactly.
Now you could focus on growing the right stuff in the way that you do it. What are they doing over there? What are they growing over there? What's their go-to that you can figure out so that way you can save them? No sticky icky?
The Maridahoochie.
Oh, man, that'd be great.
So what's an average work day in Japan? Is it 8 hours it's
hours? It's probably one of those like 8 to 6 kind of things, And then afterwards you have to go out and karaoke, apparently. Save face. I'm not lying. It's weird. They do.
They love karaoke.
They do.
Well, they invented it.
Yeah, they love it. They love to sing Dolly Parton and anything they can get from Journey. But that, because you know what? It's so much of their culture is built on certain things that you do. And like I was telling Belle, what you don't do, you never, if somebody gives you a business card from Japan, you never put it in your wallet and then put it in your back pocket and sit down. That's disrespectful. You do what? It always goes in your front pocket if you have a dress shirt on, up top, because there's just certain things that you do. And karaoke, not BSing, that's like a serious thing. Golf is very serious. How many of them, have you ever seen all of the massive golf driving ranges they have over there? They're like 6 stories because it's business. It's business. So they learn to play golf because it's business.
Yep. Wheeling and dealing.
It's always about wheeling and dealing. Cotton, I think that's racist. Well, then, 1831.
Cotton, strawberries would make you a bunch of money on Farmtown.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
So
then I tried to spell things out in my crops, and that didn't work very well because one crop would die before the other crop.
Oh, man.
And then other players started hitting on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they like you'd be in the marketplace and your little avatar is walking around. And all of a sudden, one would walk up to you. How are you doing?
Really?
Yeah. Hey. Hi.
That is bizarre.
Hi, handsome.
I've never, you know what? I've had some come up to me in games, and it's kind of just a bizarre, because it is weird. Like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I'm not even good at this game.
Yeah. I'm just wanting to buy a horse.
Yeah. Yeah. That is exactly it. All I want to do is play this game that I suck at for a little while that I'm going to lose at in minutes.
I'm not looking for afternoon delight.
No.
I'm a farmer.
Yeah. So, but I'm always fascinated by it because my kids will play games. My uncle plays games with like kids all over the world. He'll play stupid games, and I'm like, yeah, my team is full of 14-year-olds that maybe 50. You don't know. And he goes, they all have the worst language.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. This is my, what is it that he plays? And it's like, this is my clan or whatever, because they're all going around fighting orcs or whatever. What do you play? Bell, what's your go-to game? What's it called?
I used to play MMOs, which is what you're talking about, but now I just play a single-player game called 7 Days to Die. It's about zombies.
That's it.
Ah, yeah, zombie games.
Those are good. Those are good games. I'm horrible at games.
I am too. I'm terrible at them.
I am so bad. I had one of the first cowboy games. Cole was the name. All it said was Cole over and over again. I couldn't get him to move. He got stuck like on a rock, and it just said, "Come on, Cole." And it was just Chris Christopherson for like an hour going, "Come on, Cole." Cole couldn't go anywhere. Took it back the next day. I'm like, this game's stupid.
Yeah, if I was to join, like a group of people, playing games, they would kick me out because I would get the group killed very quickly.
Yeah, we're going to that happen.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it is. I am just horrible. It's like my uncle will say, "Come on, play a game with me tonight." I'm like, "All right, I'll play it." I'm just horrible. And then like my kids will say, "Come play." Okay, what's the Fortnite?
Fortnite.
Yeah. So I'll go play Fortnite with them, and they get mad because I always end up towards the end good because I just go and hide. The goal is to win. I don't need to kill anybody. If the goal is to win, all I have to kill is one person. Who is it? The last person.
That's right. You just hide.
That's it. The last person. But they like it when I go engage and then talk because they know I'm going to lose, and it's hilarious because I suck at games.
There was a YouTube channel I used to follow, and it was this guy that was just phenomenal at impressions. And he would go into games and be playing the games, but playing them as like Peter from Family Guy or as Obama or as, it's just any number of people. And people, Kanye, he pretended he was Kanye.
He's dropping the N-bomb and telling everybody he's a Nazi.
And everybody is just trying to figure out if they need to believe this guy or not because his impressions are so precise.
and you always hear stories about, who was I watching the other day that is a big star, that he played for years with the same group of people, and they had no idea that he was a megastar.
Yeah. Henry Cavill did that.
Yeah, it was Henry Cavill. That's who it was. They had no idea that that's Superman, right? They were just boys with this guy, and they'd get on and they would play. And I think that's hilarious. No, I don't. You know what? If you could do that with Atari, I'd be all over it.
Can you imagine, though, if they were talking to him and they're like, so what do you do in real life? Well, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
What's your name? Henry Cavill. Oh, you are not.
See, they wouldn't believe him. They wouldn't believe him. But they never really. It's weird because you can hang out with somebody and play games and you never really, you know them. Hey, I'll be on tomorrow at 7. Like people are asking, hey, when does Bell play? When does Bell play his game? When does he play? Like they want to. But you would never know who these people are, right? But you can join them and play with them for years and just know their first name or their gaming name. Like when people used to come up to you in Farmville, which I find it weird. Like how do they come up? Farmtown. How do they do it?
Well, there's a place where you used to be able to go. I haven't been on there in a long time. I gotta get back on there. But anyway, you could go to the market. That's where you sell all the crops that you've harvested. And it was a place where everybody's avatars were. And that's where people who are on the game to try to reach out and make social connections with other people would, one avatar would approach another one, and you could text back and forth or whatever. So it was in the marketplace. That's where you had to be careful.
Yeah, because somebody's probably trying to steal your pigs.
Yeah.
Right? They're trying to get a good deal.
Well, they're just trying to hook up with you.
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to do.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, when I hear the words Farmtown, I think, ooh, date.
Yeah. Farmtown. Although,
they probably figured there's a lot of lonely people on this.
There is a lot of lonely people trying to build up their pretend farms. People ask, what do you do? I'm a farmer. I got 23. How many acres did you have?
I don't know. I didn't know how many. It was a relatively small farm. It was enough for a nice size house and had a couple of pickup trucks and, a couple of combines and that sort of thing.
Somebody said Ken's game is Frogger. Oh, I was good at Frogger. Sorry. I was good at Joust. Remember Joust?
I do remember Joust.
Yeah, Joust was fun.
What was Joust? Try to explain it to your kids. Well, I drove around on a giant ostrich, and I fought
That
other
could
people.
fly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could fly, weirdly, and we would joust each other. That was it. So Farmtown is pimp service, basically. That's it.
It could be if you allowed it to go that way.
Yeah.
Unless you were an honest farmer like myself.
You were an honest farmer, indeed. I'm an honest farmer. I never played Farmtown. Is it Farmville, too? That's the other one.
Yeah, there was a farm town, then a Farmville. And it seems like Farmville's graphics were a lot better than Farm Towns.
Farmtown. Farmersonly.com.
That's a real place.
That is a real place. Remember a Family Guy? We're not saying no black people, but you know. It's just so awful. That's not very nice, Chad. Oh, my farmersonly.com. That's probably what that was. Come to Farmville. Did you name your farm? Was it Tegrity Farms?
No, I can't. I don't think I did.
Oh, my God.
But I did have a nickname, but I can't remember what. I think I was Ted Farmer. And trying to make a joke on 16 Candles, Farmer Ted.
Oh, Farmer Ted. He was awesome.
I was like Ted Farmer or something like because somebody already stole Farmer Ted.
Oh, I bet.
So I just used it backward.
I bet.
I showed him.
I bet. I don't. Charlie and I play. God, what's the name of her little game? We'll play it together. It's this little city that she's got all of these, and you make your own character.
All right.
Right. You go on in there. Toka Life world. And we go, and she builds these communities, and she talks to herself, and she's building these things, and then look at this hair, and then we go, and I'll hide my character. It is so much fun, but it's crazy. Somebody just said it's crazy how much money people spend. Yeah, it is so crazy how much money. So I remember when my uncle when he was first gaming with Blizzard and they were starting their thing, and this is back in the day when there was they had no money. Blizzard did. They were paying everybody on credit cards. That's you better get to the bank. And one of the things they said, they got to the point where it's okay, we got to start giving people rewards, right? So go back and get your badges, right? So you would have guys who were the highest level of World of Warcraft go all the way back to the beginning because they needed some sort of badge. Then they realized it's not about charging somebody $69 for a game. It's about giving them the game for free and then charging them for in-game purchases, in-app purchases. Because those things add up over time. You may spend $10 a month. Next thing you know, you looked up and instead of $69.99, you spent $120.
Yep.
That's insane. So smart. So damn smart.
Yeah, the subscription model did not make near the amount of money that in-game purchases made for.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't. Not even close. And I think it was the Harry Potter game where they charged $69 and it sold so many. Then they realized this is all we're going to get. We're only getting our $69 for this thing. And we could have given it away like they do with my kids still come to me for Fortnite. Dad, there's a new skin. I want to be Peter Griffin or I want to be Santa Claus or Van Halen. Everybody has got a skin.
Yeah, that's a licensing machine too.
Yeah.
That just there was I don't know if it's still in there, but for a while there were Metallica skins.
So the Metallica, they just had Carpenter, right? What's her name? Sabrina Carpenter.
Karen.
Everybody's got one. The Simpsons, you name it. It is because it's like you said, it's a massive money machine. And people want to buy it. And then I get, because I'm going to play this person because I'm going to lose, Because again, when I play, and if you ever play against me, know that I'm hiding. That's all I do. Because all I have to do is like the movie Highlander. There can be only one. I only have to win one time because I'm such a good hider.
That actually sounds kind of fun, hiding from everybody in a video game.
Yeah, because you drop down and then you look around and you could see where people are, and then your goal is to get near them but hide, right? Get near them because I don't know how to pick anything up, right? I just start pushing, right? I can move, but oh my God, I'm just horrible at it. It is funny though. It is funny. I've spent $1,000 of Robux and V-Bucks.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, we have to. I don't even want to talk about that with our kids. So RPG game, Mafia Mofo.
Mafia Mofo.
Yeah, they own the game, they said. Angie said. They owned it. So we own the game, if you understand that. We also had Crazy's telling us that we're going to get kidnapped, our kids, if we do not give them points. People are nuts for games, kids. People are nuts. All right, coming up, who knows what we're going to talk about. Whatever it is, it's going to be fun because that's who we are. That's what we're about. This is Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. A lot of you chime in. I didn't know that they're going to do, what is it? Grand Theft Auto 6? $120? $120.
I think that thing's been on the schedule forever, though.
Yeah, it is.
You get to shoot people in that?
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of horrible things you can do.
Oh, yeah, you can, like, run them over with cars, and
there's hookers.
You can beat hookers. And
There's hookers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the worst. Take the Fast and Furious and then put that together with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Porky's, and you've got that. That's crazy.
Goodness.
$120. God, that's insane.
And people will pay it.
Yeah. Now, do they have in-app purchases or no?
I don't know. I haven't played GTA since like number 4.
Yeah, GTA. It's a driving game and a shooting game.
GTA, man.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. God, the amount of money that they make off those is insane. It's so insane. Somebody goes, "Who is your uncle?" And I sent him something because there's a Wiki Diablo thing, and I'm reading about my uncle. He's part of Blizzard Entertainment, Diablo. He designed a cinematic version of Ethereal. He made the angel faceless in part to give him a sense of mystery. But here's the real reason. In part because he ran out of time. They had to have it done at a certain time. Everybody was behind. Paul said, I can't think of anything. He's going to go faceless, and he's been faceless ever since. Oh, I just did. He goes, we were out of time. I had nothing. I'm like, I designed him like I had nothing. Got nothing. Not a damn thing. Iran will not negotiate with us.
Who's going to negotiate?
Yeah, you killed everybody who can negotiate. By the way, they negotiated last week, and you were like, we're going to bomb you guys. They come out, they're like, we think we did a good job. And they come out like, they have no idea if we're going to bomb. They were all on their phones like, whoa, yeah, we're texting the president. Really, they're playing Farmville. They were playing Farmville. So that is crazy. $120, man. We got to come up with a video. So how about we come up with a video game where we catch tuna?
Yeah, that and make candles.
Make candles. Yeah, we'll call it tunapreneuring. Where we do the best in tuna. Oh, my goodness me. It's a long war? Probably not. I don't know how much longer this thing's going to go on. I mean, we can't stay there for years, right? Well, we can, but we shouldn't. And I don't think the Republicans can stay there much longer than the next, I'd say, 2 to 3 weeks. First of all, I think we're going to run out of ammo. We're going to run out of our stockpile is depleted, and it was already depleted. And that 12-day war was supposed to be a lot longer, but they looked and they said, yeah, let's just call it at this. And there's a potential that we could run out. You know, we can't be there for a long time.
Well, there's some defense contractors out there salivating right now.
Yeah, but it's how fast can you build the things that we would need? And especially because of the suicide drones, which have changed everything. They have changed so much because they're cheap. You can get them. You could build, basically, you can get any kind of drone and make it something now that is super dangerous in a way that you never could. But it costs $200, $300, $400 for some of these things. And you kit them out as basically they're suicide drones. They're just flying in, smashing into stuff and killing things. And that is scary with the way that they're doing these things. And they can swarm. So fighting a conventional way that we thought, you know, they'll lob missiles, we'll shoot them down. Totally different now. So we'll talk a little bit about that, among other things. Reach out to us across all of our social media. Like and subscribe as well. This is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. This portion of the program is brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. By the way, the fittest states in America came out. Let's let you guys know this. How do you think we're doing, fittest states?
About 2/3 of the way down.
Yeah, let's just put it this way. We have a little bit of a struggle bus going on with the fittest states. The South, it's tough for them to rise again. A little slower. So the worst is Mississippi, dead last. So the bottom 10. The only one in the West is Nevada. But, we're in the bottom 10. It is Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana's the bottom, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kentucky, us, and West Virginia. Just not good. Not good. The healthiest states are the hippie states. The hippies. Washington State, California, Utah. Utah's not really a hippie state, but they're very out. If you've ever, first of all, Utah's beautiful, but it is all about outdoors. Everything's outdoors in Utah. It's like, what are you doing? Going outdoors. Colorado's pretty fit. Then you get to New Jersey. I don't know how New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont. How's Vermont fit? Maple syrup. Right? Maple syrup. When I think of Vermont, I think of every Hallmark movie ever.
I should think of Bernie Sanders.
I was going to say maple syrup and Bernie Sanders. I got a great idea. We're going to tax the wealthy. We're going to take every penny they have, and we're going to put it into a piggy bank. It's going to be great. You're going to love this. Then it's going to work. Oh, my Lord. We are not fit is what I'm saying, people. We are on the struggle bus when it comes to fitness here in Tennessee. We're in the bottom 10.
Fitness pizza in my mouth.
That's right. I'm about to fit this pizza in my mouth. Mm-hmm. I had pizza this weekend. It was delicious. How was your sandwich, by the way?
Oh, it was awesome. Thanks again. That was really good.
We got him a meatball sandwich, meatball sub from Firehouse Subs. Delicious.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was so good. Okay?
Especially compared to some of the other so-called sandwich shops I've had meatball subs at. This was just kick-ass.
Yeah, it is. Firehouse does a hell of a job with them subs. I'll tell you guys that right now. They have that hook and ladder. Woo! Delicious. Fantastic. Incredible. Trump said today, the big wave is yet to come. I don't know what that means, honestly. Here's the thing. How do you negotiate when you don't even know who's running the country at this point in time? I mean, they probably have an idea, but as much as you may have an idea, these guys over here think they're running the country. And then these guys think they're running the country. So it's going to be a tough thing for them to do. Earlier today, Trump finally spoke to the American people, not via, just I filmed something and we put it out there in truth.
For almost 47 years, this regime has been attacking the United States and killing Americans. Every time you see someone with missing arms and legs or a face that's been absolutely shattered violently, it was almost certainly caused by an Iran roadside bomb. They were put there by General Soleimani, who was the father of the roadside bomb. Very proudly, he thought, but I terminated him. And
do you guys remember when he did that? He dropped that ninja. Was it a samurai bomb or a ninja bomb? And it was one of those bombs you dropped and it went into the car and then it was like a Ginsu and they just spun around and chopped them all to hell. That guy was arguably the most dangerous person in the Middle East, Soleimani. Nobody has a problem with that. Nobody had a problem with that.
My first term, this was our last best chance to strike what we're doing right now and eliminate the intolerable threats posed by this sick and sinister regime. And they are indeed sick and sinister. Our objectives are clear. First, we're destroying Iran's missile capabilities, and you see that happening on an hourly basis, and their capacity to produce brand new ones, and pretty good ones they make. Second, we're annihilating their Navy. We've knocked out already 10 ships. They're at the bottom of the sea. Third, we're ensuring that the world's number one sponsor of terror can never obtain a nuclear weapon, never going to have a nuclear weapon. I said that from the beginning. They're never going to have a nuclear weapon. They were on the road to getting one legitimately through a deal that was signed foolishly by our country. And finally, we're ensuring that the Iranian regime cannot continue to arm, fund, and direct terrorist armies outside of their borders. And we thought we had a deal, but then they backed out. And they came back, and we thought we had a deal, and they backed out. I said, you can't deal with these people. You got to do it the right way. Today, we grieve for the 4 heroic American service members who have been killed in action and send our love and support to their families. In their memory, we continue this mission with ferocious, unyielding resolve to crush the threat this terrorist regime poses to the American people, and a threat indeed it is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much of a threat it was right this second, but we're in it now. So if we break it, we fix it. How much longer is this going to last? It's a fair question. I'm not for going to war. This has been sold to us on numerous occasions, and we should all be skeptical. It's not about whether or not you try. No, we should be skeptical of the powers that be that want to push us into stuff. In particular, Israel, who's pushing us into stuff. Absolutely. You should. And we should also, at a time when, we spent, 25 years in Afghanistan? And we handed back the country from the Taliban to the Taliban. So there was that.
Here, we don't want this toy anymore. We broke it. It's yours.
Yeah. By the way, just to let you guys know, last week the Taliban announced you can beat your wife, you just can't break any bones. So that's good.
And they're not allowed to go to school anymore.
Yeah. None of that stuff. None of that learning and whatnot. Who's the what. So, we're there now. What's it going to cost? How long is it going to take us? What is the true objective? From, they're killing their own people to they could have nukes. I mean, Ted Cruz came out today. It's like, they didn't really have nukes. I mean, we destroyed their nukes. Well, did we destroy them? Because you said that, but then we didn't. So these are all fair questions. We should all be a little gun shy. Every once in a while, it's okay to take a step back and go, maybe let's see what happens here. All right? Let's see if we can get them to agree to a deal. And they did agree to a deal that was better than what Obama. Not even close. It blew Obama's out of the water, including forever. Because the Obama one was going to sunset after 25 years. This would have been in perpetuity as far as inspections, what they could do with their, only medical purposes and certain energy purposes. Anything they enriched past a certain thing, they had to immediately get rid of. All of that. No, because it was never about that. This was always going to be about what did Israel want. Israel wanted this. But Israel's paying for it. They are. I mean, they have shut down communications. So, seeing anything out of there, why is that? Because they're getting bombed. I mean, we were talking earlier how blessed we are to live in this country where we don't get bombed on a daily basis. Right? Our neighbor, white Mexico, they don't really do anything. And Mexico, they give us the drugs, which isn't good. It isn't. Kills a lot of people. By the way, Bell, did you see one of the pilots that crashed? It's a woman.
That was shot down?
It's a woman. No, they're not.
She survived, though, right?
She did.
Okay, so she can still make dinner tonight.
That's why I said that. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for something horrible. Friendly fire. Now, we lost 3 planes today, F-15s. But good news is all the pilots are fine. Everything's fine, except for the planes, which cost $90 million apiece. Those are not fine.
Were they F-35s?
F-15s.
Oh, okay.
So they were shot down over Kuwait. Some people are saying that Kuwait shot them down. And but they are those things are gone. I don't know what they were doing. Kuwait must have just panicked because they're worried, because they were getting shelled. I mean, that's the problem right now is everything, remember, not everything works the way that they think. How many times have we seen this? They fire something off. They think it's going 8 miles and it goes 2. So in certain parts of these places, they're worried that maybe this could have been an attack from Iran because Iran's goal now is to just cause hell. Just try to suck everybody into the chaos for supporting America and allowing them to do stuff. But yes, she is fine. So somebody comes up to her and goes, do you need help? He goes, he told her, hey, you're fine. You're safe here. Everything's good, right? Thanks for helping us. Thumbs up. So she's good.
Go make dinner.
That right there is a sexist comment. So what crap I'm spewing. I'm getting info out of Israel every minute. Okay. Do you think Israel would ever tell you anything that doesn't benefit Israel?
Maybe they got a direct line to Mossad.
Maybe. Do you think Israel would ever tell you anything that would go against Israel? I'm curious. It's like, you see what I'm saying? Like, do you think that maybe they would maybe tell you the things that they want you to hear? I'm just saying that that's possible. It's only fair. Kuwait did shoot him down. I'm telling you, they're going to take it out of some dude's check. He was getting 50,000 a week. Now he's going to have to pay 52,000 every paycheck.
It's just funny but sad.
Funny but sad. All right, coming up, Matt's in here. He'll take it away. We'll do our little welcome, Matt, on this beautiful Monday. It is Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Wrapping it up on this Monday. The one, the only, Matt Murphy in his house. What's up, man?
Hello.
What are you up to?
How's everybody doing?
Doing all right. We're having a lot of fun today, as much as you can. In between the war stuff, we're talking about Farmville. Was it Farmville, Ken? Farmland?
Farmtown.
See, I've talked about that, and I think I did Farmville, and not Farmtown, but I did crops, man. I did corn, and
Was it through Facebook?
I was raising cows. Yeah, I think I saw it through Facebook. I know I might still have it on my phone.
Is yours a game or is it on Facebook kind of game?
It's on Facebook.
Okay, so there was competing farm games.
Well, I mean, you're not really competing against anybody but yourself.
So
you don't want to lose your crops, your pigs, and your chickens like I did.
Ken, with yours, did your if you're gone for a while and you come back and your cows need milking, would they sit on their butts and kind of hold their udders?
No.
This one did. It was funny.
That might have been Farmville.
I think I did Farmville. Wow. But eventually, you're off the farm, and then you go into town, and there's a marketplace, and it got too much like real life. It's like I'm not here for real life. I'm here for just to have fun.
That's right. Farmville.
Farm crops.
Farmtown. Yeah, you don't want to actually have you have to keep they're like, do you want QuickBooks?
I think I was Farmville.
If it stops being fun, I quit.
That's right. We were talking about because in Japan they have a bunch of workers, Matt, that are Gen X and boomers. And when you go to work for a lot of companies in Japan out of school, they promise you a job for life. They don't know what to do to these people, so they've just stuck them in rooms where they can just look out windows all day with nothing. They have nothing. They just have a desk, nothing on it, and they just sit there and get paid.
It's like public school teachers in New York City.
Yeah, we're talking about this when I said that we've got places in L.A. where they just have these big giant trailers, and these guys and gals just go sit there because they're so bad.
What do they call those? There's a word for that.
Shame.
Well, no, it is shame, but it's where they can't fire them because of the union contracts.
Tenure?
But they can't allow them. No, these are teachers that cannot be allowed around kids.
Yeah.
Legally, they can't be around kids anymore, but they can't be fired.
You mean they're like predators?
Oh, there's some of those.
Some of them.
There was two guys who did horrific things to kids, and they filmed some of it and stuff inside of the classroom. They ended up still getting their pensions, even though they were eventually arrested, and it took them a while to fire them. But it takes $750,000 plus to fire a teacher in Los Angeles.
And
it's
they
not
just
worth
don't
it.
do it.
It's not worth it.
They just don't do it. So, yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me. So in Japan, they're just paying people to do nothing.
They just said they've got rooms where people just stare out the windows all day.
Well, and we were talking about this last week, and I know people don't want to hear it, and I'm not saying I support it. I'm not endorsing it, but universal basic income has, by most people who believe in free market capitalism, has kind of been pushed aside like that's a ridiculous idea. But with AI, and I spoke on this last week, that entry-level positions, the way that people get into the workforce is about to be eliminated in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And so what do we do with those people? And I believe that it brings the conversation about universal basic income back on the table.
So I've got a couple friends who are big-time partners in law firms, and they said the number one thing is we don't need any first or second year. We don't need no associates now. We have people through AI that can handle everything, and it is so much simpler. But that's how you got all of your training, was being an associate first, second year, working 70 hours a week, doing that kind of stuff. None of that stuff's needed anymore.
Well, and 15 years ago, we were told by the people that were supposed to know, boy, oh boy, you better go to school and learn code.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You know what AI is really good at?
Code.
Writing code.
Yeah.
Right? So no one's going to need to know code anymore. And so where's the next level and the next step? And, I don't know. I don't know what the world brings in the next 5 years. But, I don't think it brings a lot more entry-level positions because of artificial intelligence.
No, things are going to change, and you have to figure out how you're going to adapt with them. But the one thing is we use a lot of our AI. The focus has been heavily government-wise through, not just the fun of going on ChatGPT or whatever, but through the military. The rest of the world is trying, especially places like China, they're trying to limit what it can do inside of the workforce because they don't want a bunch of angry, broke people sitting around going, I've got nothing to live for.
Well, and we have two, and then China has a big one, right? So there's three. There are three big competitors. Yeah. Am I thinking about this? There's one deep.
Yeah. So they've got DeepSeek.
Yeah,
but we've got OpenAI. We've got the ChatGPTs. We've got there's a lot of. We've got the most of them, but their DeepSeek is really good.
Yeah, I think I was watching a YouTube a couple of months ago where they're like three biggies that are expected to eventually compete.
Yes,
amongst one another, and should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Unlike the war in Iran, which is not going to be a lot of fun.
It's not going to be a lot of fun. You can talk about that today?
I suppose we shall bring it up. We will also speak with David Corlew, who was at the White House during the Medal of Honor ceremony. He's going to talk with us later on this afternoon. He was there in the room while Donald Trump awarded those Medal of Honor recipients. So we'll do that.
There you go. Straight ahead. Matt, you guys have a good one. We'll do it again tomorrow.